You already know the answers you seek, my gorgeous Pisces. Trust what you know. Okay, your third eye is going to be open like there is no tomorrow from the beginning of this week. See truth for what it is. Okay, you have to follow your intuition, especially when it comes to this opportunity you are going to become aware of. But the problem is that you are going to be under a little bit of stress, and there is something going to be on your mind which is going to be draining your energy like, oh my God. With other words, you are going to be preoccupied with something else which is going to be affecting your vibration, which is going to put you under the stress just a little bit. So although you are going to be seeing things like clearly, you're still not going to have that particular confidence in order to see and realize what an amazing opportunity it's about to come into your life. And somehow it's going to happen in such a way where you are literally going to be preoccupied with something else, something it's going to be on your mind persistently. And what is going to be on your mind, which is going to be stressing you out so much, it is your clear sign and clear indication that this particular thing has come to an end and you need to move away from it, because now it's affecting your way of thinking when it comes to the real things in your life, the real things that you should be paying attention to. So the bottom line here is, my gorgeous Pisces, that you already know the answers you seek. You see, this is important because you have to trust what you know. Just remember this and keep this in your mind, because as soon as you become aware of this opportunity, it is so important for you to understand that this is not the opportunity that you're going to be able to jump in immediately, but it is something which is going to give you so much to look forward to. And every single day by the end of this week, it's going to become more meaningful and more meaningful and more meaningful, not only when it comes to that particular week, not only when it comes to that particular opportunity that is going to come up, but when it comes to the whole life of yours. So this opportunity you're going to become aware of right at the beginning of this week. Something really great is coming into your life. This in itself, it is going to be, it's going to affect your happiness in the best possible way. It's going to give you the ability to do what you always wanted to do. It's going to give you the ability to follow your passion and make the most of this spiritual journey. But most importantly, it's going to bring so much optimism and so much happiness and so much pleasure into your life. And on top of that, you are going to have so much support from every single person in your life to do just that. Even if there is an ounce of like a doubt in your mind, baby, just go to speak to your family member, to your mama, to your papa, go to speak to like your family member or somebody very close to you, go to speak to your friend, and I can assure you that these people are going to confirm exactly what I'm saying to you right now. The bottom line is that this is going to bring like a really beautiful and big change into your life, because there is something persistently you're worrying about. There is something persistently that is making you feel really negative. Pay attention to what do you think about when you're on your own. Pay attention to what you think about when your mind starts drifting. It's always thinking, you always kind of tend to think about one specific issue, one specific problem, and that particular problem will have to go as soon as possible. And this opportunity is going to pave the way for that problem to also go away as soon as it possibly can. Because as soon as you become aware of this opportunity, the only reason why you're going to feel a bit of a doubt and suspicion is just, this is the problem. This is the problem. Just a little bit of problem. I'm not having a go at you. I'm just saying, As soon as you become aware of this opportunity, instead of being really excited and happy, although your third eye is going to be open, but as soon as you become aware of this opportunity, you're instantly going to have some kind of a doubt or some kind of suspicion. And the only reason why you're going to have some kind of a doubt and suspicion, it's only because you're going to be preoccupied with something else. And thank God that not that long after that moment in time, there is this beautiful, gorgeous person in your life. Somebody who you really trust quite a lot, somebody who is very consistent in your life, and this particular person tells you things every now and then, or you get a certain information from this particular person. It is most certainly and most definitely somebody who you can trust to, like, oh my God. So after that, there is this specific person in your life, somebody very consistent, a gorgeous person. It's going to give you this like some kind of a message, and that message, that this like a really important news and really important message, and this in itself, and now it's really going to highlight this opportunity that you became aware of at the beginning of this week, because you will know that that opportunity is the right opportunity for you, but almost as if you just needed somebody to kind of confirm this to you, but not like a people who you would speak to, what I said before, like just go to speak to every single person in your life, in your family. They will all tell you like, go for it, go for it, go for it. But you needed some kind of a specific information, bless your heart, which is going to come from somebody very special in your life, somebody who is very consistent. It's more to do with the news and message, which is going to kind of provide you with an additional information that is at that very moment in time literally going to set you free, especially when it comes to doubts and suspicion that you had. So this is absolutely brilliant, because this is all literally going to happen right at the beginning of this week. Oh my God, you're gonna realize that this is such a wise choice when it comes to your happiness, when it comes to what you want to do, when it comes to your practicality. Everything is gonna just start making sense right now, and you're gonna realize how long you were for way too long you were too restrained to do what you want to do. And this life is too short to waste on us doing things that we don't want to do, or for us doing things that we're just doing it for the sake of it because we have to. No, baby, no. It is about you doing something that you're so passionate about and making the most of it, most of your life, most of your spiritual journey, most of absolutely everything here. You're gonna realize that this is going to be such a wise choice for you, like, oh my God. And you're also going to realize that basically now it's the time to also like kind of let go of people and things that no longer serve you. This is all part of the process. Now it's time to focus on what exactly you want to do, and this means that you are about to rediscover a lost part of yourself, my gorgeous Pisces. You are about to rediscover a lost part of yourself, and that in itself, it's like a really pretty much so going to lead towards you embracing your true purpose. My God, this is gonna lead towards you embracing your true purpose. So it's gonna start with you realizing, that you have to let go of people or things that no longer serve you. And now it's time to focus on what you wanna do. And it's gonna lead towards you rediscovering a lost part of yourself along the way. Fantastic. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, And at the same time, this is gonna lead towards you embracing your true purpose. And you're going to realize, oh my God, like I'm going to begin a new adventure. But you can only do this when you trust yourself fully. And that's exactly what's happening here right now. My gorgeous Pisces, you have no idea what an important stage of your life this is actually going to be. And also, never mind the fact that there is this dream, like a really fast and really quick dream, which you're also going to have. You're not the only sign who are going to have this dream. Very interesting the way energy and the specific dimensions like kind of like have an effect and impact on like kind of all of us sometimes. So now this is going to be the time when people are, and yourself as well, you're going to have this really quick dream. a really quick dream, and it's going to happen at a time when maybe you're just going to be sitting at home at around the beginning of this week, and maybe you're just going to like kind of like drift away, you know. You're going to like kind of fall asleep, and then you're going to wake up. I know it's going to happen at a time when you're maybe just like kind of you fell asleep without planning to fall asleep. Maybe you're going to be really tired, but almost immediately you're going to wake up. But what you're going to realize is that you had like a very much so an unusual and strange and very vivid and extremely fast and quick dream. And there is something that is going to be pointed out. It's going to be absolutely obvious what is going to be pointed out in that dream. Something that's missing in your life. Something that you should be paying attention to. Something that you almost forgot about. This is so important. Something that's missing in your life, and it's to do with your past. And it's so important when it comes to everything that I mentioned so far, and especially at this stage of your life. By the time you find yourself on a very unusual crossroads by the end of the week, you are again going to go for a different path where you are going to surprise yourself. But this is the beauty of life, because we are constantly changing, evolving, we are growing, and we surprise ourselves sometimes with certain things that we suddenly feel connected to. But this is a good sign that you are healing and ascending onto the next level of your spiritual journey. Absolutely brilliant indeed. So do not ignore that dream, my gorgeous Piscelini, whatsoever. It is ever so important. And also, when it comes to the mid part of this week, what I was going to say, when it comes to the mid part of this week, you know, it's like basically you are really gonna have to reconnect with the one specific person in your life. There is someone that you're gonna hear about, somebody that you haven't seen in absolute ages. You need to reconnect with that person. That person is like kind of gonna make themselves known somehow. Or you're gonna be somewhere on the internet, or you're gonna get a certain message, but somehow you're gonna be like kind of you're gonna remind yourself of this specific person in your life, somebody who means to you so much. Maybe a friend who you haven't seen in absolute ages. It is so important for you to reconnect with that particular friend. Oh my God, listen to me very carefully. It is very important for you to reconnect with that particular person. It's going to happen in such a way where it's going to be like a blast from the past. So you're either going to look at something which is going to remind you of that person, or you're going to see some kind of photo of that person, or you're going to hear something about that person, or you're going to hear certain news about that person, or that person is going to get in touch. However this happens, it's ever so important for you to get in touch with that person immediately. You know why? Because that person really needs you. You're almost like as if you know some kind of a secret, something to tell them, which is going to really get them out of some kind of depression. That particular person is going through something very, very difficult, something that they have done and they really kind of regret. And what they've done in their past, what they really regret, it's been haunting them ever since. But now just they reached like a very sensitive part of their spiritual journey, and the other things that this person is dealing with, and that person is really kind of going through something very dark and difficult. So that this is your sign. You're like, oh my God, you're like going to be like an angel in that person's life. My God, so beautiful, because you are the key for that person. No pressure to come out of some kind of depression, something really bad, and something like kind of something that's torturing them. You are going to be able to fix this almost immediately, because you will know what to say to this person. And also on another, this is so good, this is like almost like a life saving, almost like you're literally saving somebody's life. And it's to do with your knowledge, and it's to do with your experience, and it's to do with the things that you were aware of for a very, very long time in your life. But on another note, that person that you are going to really get in touch, that person is also going to give you a very interesting idea, and it's something to do with your lifestyle, and it's something to do with like something that you never thought about before doing. And first of all, you're going to find this ludicrous, and then you're not going to be able to stop thinking about this, and then the more you think about it, the more stronger connection you will feel. And this is going to require some kind of adjustment investment from you to actually make when it comes to your present moment, but it's a lot to do with your near future as well. This is going to change your plans just slightly, but in a really good way, because it's going to bring so much of this colorful energy into your life, where you're going to start becoming very, very excited about bringing something into your life, or about changing your life slightly. And also, when it comes to the meat part of this week, my gorgeous Piscelini, okay, there is going to be this like a very much so situation, which is going to be like a, oh God, a bit of like a uncomfortable situation. It's actually going to happen. It's going to kind of throw you out of balance just a little bit, a little tower. Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you whatsoever, but there is going to be some kind of complete and sudden change, which is going to basically take place. And as soon as you become aware of this, you know, you first of all, you're going to be like kind of thrown out of balance. Oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then at the same time, you're going to have this very interesting realization, like that you have learned a very much so a valuable lesson here. And at the same time, you are going to have an interesting realization, because you're going to be thinking about the particular experience, which really pretty much so open your eyes right now, in order not to repeat some kind of error when it comes to your future. So first of all, this is going to be like a tower situation, which is going to throw you out of balance. But then again, this is actually going to work in your favor, because something that you hated doing, something that you didn't like doing, it's actually going to resolve itself by itself. And it's also to do with something that you wanted to stop. You wanted to come to an end with this. Do you see what I mean? So I suppose it's a tower only because it's momentarily going to feel like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But then again, this tower, it's going to kind of work in your favor, because you will see, you were thinking about for so long to kind of move away from that particular situation that just now happened basically organically. So this is absolutely brilliant. So this, it's going to kind of be like, oh my God, thank God, at least I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. It doesn't matter, you know, something else is going to come up or whatever. And then you're going to realize, on one hand, not to repeat certain errors in the future. But then again, it's going to really kind of be such a great awakening moment, because it is going to open your eyes, and you're going to become a really, really assertive here. Okay, so you must kind of don't back down. You do not back down from what you believe here. You have to understand that this is the time to courageously stand up for yourself. And you can only do this by actually understanding that there is some kind of journey and some kind of trip that you are going to need to make, that you're not going to kind of look forward to like quite a lot. But then again, once you do this, you are going to have a really enlightening experience, and somehow you're going to realize that you are on the right path and you are doing the right thing with something that you were so indecisive about. So you will know a kind of which way to go. Something is going to be confirmed to you, and it's to do with the trip and journey that you're going to make. Maybe this is going to be somewhere far, maybe this is going to be somewhere close, but the bottom line is you're going to feel like, oh God, I don't want to do this. And then you're going to feel after that journey, oh my God, thank God I've done this, because otherwise I would never have this enlightening experience. And it's also going to help you to see things in a completely different light, things that were slowing you down. And it's going to like really kind of inspire you in such a way where you will know that this some kind of change, like really great change is happening here. But then again, it's going to motivate you to plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. So it's going to also kind of make you aware of exactly what you need to be patient with. You know, and there's so many good things to actually come. You know, this is brilliant. It is gonna have such a beautiful impact on your life, because you are going to look at the future with hope and optimism, and that in itself, it's really kind of gonna highlight happy changes that are gonna bring relief from challenging times you've been through, my gorgeous Piscelini, for ever so long. And also, what else I was going to say, please, for the love of God, you need to take something which is going to boost your immune immune system, take like organic camu powder, which is a natural form of vitamin C, which is absolutely brilliant when it comes to boosting your immune system, alongside natural zinc picolinate and also vitamin D3. So organic camu, which is a natural form of vitamin C, no chemical whatsoever, alongside the vitamin D3 and zinc picolinate. This is the fabulous combination that you should be taking, because I know that you're going to be prone to cold and flu for the next few months quite a lot. And on top of that, if you can take organic echinacea, but if you can take this in a liquid form, organic echinacea, it's one of the most powerful herbs you can possibly take in order to boost your immune system by increasing the white cells count in your body. And organic echinacea, I highly recommend you to take in like a liquid form, because it's much better for the body and it's going to be absorbed much quicker, much sooner. So this is something that I think that you should be taking. And also, like, if you do feel really drained and if you do feel like you are lacking energy, you know, then also don't forget about organic moringa powder. I've told you this before, and also it's going to be quite beneficial for you, because I can see the blockage when it comes to your stomach, when it comes to your digestion. So organic moringa powder, these are the leaves of this tree. Oh my God, like so ridiculously nutritious. It's so many vitamins and minerals, and it's absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to how powerful this supplement is. Not only it's going to give you lots of energy, organic moringa powder, but when it comes to you having a little blockage in your stomach, you will see it's going to help you to flush out so much toxins, and it's going to re-energize you like nothing before, literally. And when it comes to organic moringa powder, you also need to make sure that you take just 1 little teaspoon and you put just a third of that powder on the actual teaspoon. You mix it up in a little bit of water and just drink it. It's like, oh my God, you can feel so drained and you can feel so tired, and this is gonna pick you up almost instantly. Absolutely brilliant, and something that I think that you should be taking indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Piscelini, or not. By the time you get to the last part of this week, it's like, oh my God, I'm so glad, and I'm so glad. You know, there is something which is going to happen, which you're going to find so rewarding. You know, because it's a lot to do with you feeling restrained in your life. Restrained, but if you feeling restrained, it's to do with the restraint caused by other people. So you were aware of this for a while now. So what is actually going to happen is to do with this really brilliant news and message, which you're going to find ridiculously rewarding. And this amazing message and news you're going to have, which you're going to find so rewarding. You know, this in itself is like a very powerful moment of justice, because you're going to realize that now the reason why you're going to find this rewarding is because that, you know, caused this restraint that was caused by other people. So that was like a really pretty much so causing you to have a lack of determination and direction as well. And at around that time, you're going to get a very much so a significant message. Another message you're going to get a couple of days after that moment in time is also that you overcame something very difficult, a very big challenge, and you're gonna find this like an amazing accomplishment, because that in itself created an obstacle that was kind of really preventing you from doing what you want to do, and it was really prolonging things for so long in your life. Absolutely brilliant. Listen to me very carefully. If these things didn't happen, you wouldn't really find yourself having this beautiful and gorgeous experience. Couple of days after that moment in time, you really are going to have such a gorgeous, mind-blowing, out of this world experience at around the last part of this week. Couple of days after you realize that you overcame this challenge, it's like an accomplishment, it's like an obstacle that you overcame that was like really slowing you down. Couple of days after that moment in time, you are going to have this absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful experience. This is going to be completely out of this world, and that experience is going to make you tap into something you never tapped into before. This is all part of your spiritual awakening, but it's also part of the fact when it comes to you understanding fully which adjustment do you need to make, and that adjustment is going to come in you realizing what exactly do you have to invest, what do you need to invest your time and energy towards, because this is going to be a this is going to be a ridiculously wise investment, but also it's like almost as if like maybe you're going to be questioned by certain people, or somebody's just not going to be able to understand where you're coming from, but you need to stand your ground. You need to reground yourself, you need to recenter yourself, and you need to remember to be assertive when it comes to what you know is right, okay? Because so much is going to start going your way, okay? Very, very important indeed. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, Piscelini, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be an oracle card of the week. So what is going to be an oracle card of the week? Diligence, okay, very important. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, you see, my goodness, of course, yes, somebody's gonna like, please, 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 I know you're gonna shout at me now, but you know, this is important. This is just a sign, an indication, especially forgiveness here, that there is somebody that you're gonna need to forgive to. Now, big things are gonna happen this week. Big things are gonna start to happen to you, my gorgeous Piscelini, and this is a clear sign and indication that somebody is like kind of, you're gonna remind yourself of someone who has done something really bad to you, completely out of the blue, like quite a long time ago, and you're gonna think like, oh, that bastard or something, you know. You need to understand that this is not a time to kind of put that person down in your mind or whatever, to think negatively, because you've done a lot of that, but it's natural. I'm not having a go at you, it's natural, but it's also clear, it's actually a clear sign that you need to forgive to that person, because otherwise you're not going to be able to move on at the time when you need to be able to move on, because very shortly after that moment in time, after you forgive to that person, you will know who am I talking about, don't worry. After that moment in time, already you are just kind of gonna start wondering about something. What if I do this? What if I do that? You're gonna start wondering about something, and this in itself is going to be enlightening moment in time. Why? Because it's gonna lead towards something really, really successful, really successful, especially when it comes to love. Oh, and things you love and your passion. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, my gorgeous Piscelini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.